All right, hello, and we're back. If you were watching our Sasha video, then
thank you.
Thank you, and you just left us. If you have not listened to any of our videos, or
welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. I was going to say,
friends,
watched/listen to our videos. Welcome to the Podcasting Dead, a podcast where we talk about The Walking Dead.
Surprise, surprise.
And do a lot of other stuff. We're branching out. We might change our name to TPD.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I can't wait to make up what that stands for.
I know. Actually, the Podcasting Dead.
Oh, well, okay. Fine.
But we're here to discuss an issue that we'll discuss, I guess, kind of briefly on Monday's overview podcast of the season thus far. But we figured this would be a good podcast, a good chance to discuss it extensively, because on the Monday podcast we try to get as much as we can in, and you don't get to spend as much time on it. So, how do we think that Negan is going to react to Daryl's escape?
I guarantee you it'll be over the top.
Like you said, you think this might be the one where he's just like,
he said,
whatever.
Oh, you know what? No harm, no foul. Potato.
I didn't like that guy anyway. He wouldn't say my name, and he smelled like dog food.
Yeah, that's good.
That
is good.
And he
that's
don't look
Daryl
like he
in a
showers often.
Not at all.
Yeah, everybody's like, he's feeding him dog food sandwiches. You think Daryl wouldn't have eaten them to begin with?
He would have.
Oh, absolutely. So I think that he's going to, Negan is one of those that understands very much so the power of your image, the power of how people perceive you.
Oh, yeah.
He uses fear as a way to control people. I think that he does reward his inner circle, but some people use loyalty and treating people kindly to gain a following, because when people love you, they'll die for you. But at the same time, when they fear you, they will pretty much almost do the same if you hold their life in your hands.
As soon as you said that, I saw a correlation between him and like a lot of politics out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that said, they prey on fear.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just like a.
It's like to be a politician. Rule number one: prey on people's fears.
So the first item for agenda. I've never been to a congressional meeting, so I don't know. But would it be like,
what are people afraid of?
Yeah, first rule of business: everyone's getting a baseball bat.
Woo! Wrap that sumbitch in barbed wire. Mm-hmm. But so Negan understands how important it is to look or to appear terrifying, to your people. So they will follow you, fearing that they will die if they don't.
It's more important to appear than actually be.
Right. And so, we've already seen, 2 encounters with Negan where people have died. Mm-hmm. And so this one, someone had mentioned that it may be possible he's going to line them back up again. Maybe not necessarily the same group, but he's going to line, because the first place he's going to go is Alexandria. So if Daryl's staying in Alexandria, that is stupid, because that is the first place Negan will probably go to look for him. I don't think that Negan even knows that the Hilltop and Alexandria are in communication. So the best place for Daryl to go would be actually the best place for Daryl to go, even though I don't know how well they know about it yet, would be the kingdom. Because remember, Ezekiel's got it set to where the saviors never come to the kingdom. He meets them out. That was that was the arrangement he made with them to keep his people from being scared and fearing them, so to say, is that he meets the saviors away from the kingdom, makes the trade, all of that, and everything goes on. Mm-hmm. So really, if Daryl was in the kingdom, that'd be a safe place for him to be, as long as Negan wasn't aware that they were, working together.
Interesting, yeah.
Because if he goes back to Alexandria, man, that's a stupid move, because Negan's coming straight for Rick. Where's Daryl?
Yeah. And he'll still do that anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which I feel like he'll come to Alexandria and be like, all right, well, I'll just take one of your people until you can give my people back.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. I'll give The Walking Dead credit on one thing. Yes, was there a slow episode or two this season? Yes, but when they said having Negan changes everything. They were like, after episode 1 of season 7, it's never going to be the same. It's going to be a completely different Walking Dead. They're right. Look how much has changed in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
We've lost 2 main characters, a secondary character. We've had Daryl kidnapped and imprisoned away from the group. Now he's loose, but Eugene is now in prison. I mean, it's really shaking things up.
Oh, God, what if they do to Eugene what they did to Holly?
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, they could. He could get Holly's death, but I don't think so. I think that's going to be Sasha first, and if not Sasha, perhaps Heath. Because I think Heath's looking for an exit anyway. He's got a starring role in the 24 show.
That's right, the new
whatnot,
24 show.
So he's probably ready to leave, which sucks, because if you follow the comics, or you've at least seen Heath in the comics, this guy plays a really good Heath. So it does suck, but,
I wonder if he'll keep those luscious curls.
Oh, I think they're a wig anyways.
well,
Pretty much if anybody has killer
right.
hair on The Walking Dead,
Question still stands.
it's a wig.
Is he going to keep it?
I would hope so.
I would just take
He'd
that
be
wig
crazy
from
not to.
there.
Ezekiel is the most. I mean, like if you
That
like
is a
dreads,
nice-
Ezekiel's got an
yes.
amazing set of dreads.
He looks a lot like his comic counterpart.
I really am ready to see more of Ezekiel because, man, I was excited with that portrayal. I thought at first I was like, he's a little thinner. I thought, I thought Ezekiel would be kind of like that kind of tubby uncle type thing. But I love this guy as Ezekiel, man. I don't think they could have,
they only
cast
showed
any
him
better.
in one episode this half,
Right,
first
yeah,
half, didn't they?
So I think that the second half will focus a lot more on the kingdom.
I hope so.
As they're going to come together with Alexandria.
Yeah, I'm like
and
you. They
Hilltop.
need to keep Daryl at the kingdom.
Yeah, I think that would be the smartest because, to my knowledge, now that's why we have these podcasts. We're not experts. We have jobs. We don't get paid to study the show, so we forget things.
You have a job?
I do. I do.
Do you have any openings? Or?
We don't. We do, but I don't want to hire you.
I'm gonna go search the trash for something to eat.
Hey, I never complain when you do that.
Thank you.
The thing is, to my knowledge, and again, we encourage comments. We love comments. We love you correct us. That's fine. We want to be on our P's and Q's with this. So if you know something that we've said wrong or that we don't know, please enlighten us. But to my knowledge, I don't think Negan's learned yet about Alexandria. Well, Alexandria, I don't know if they've met the Hilltop. I mean, the kingdom yet, have they?
No, not all of Alexandria.
Did Rick mention them?
I don't believe he did. Carol and Morgan are the only ones who have met him.
Jesus will be the link between. Jesus just unites us all.
Yes, he does.
Jesus will be the link because Jesus knows about kingdom. Jesus knows about Alexandria. So I think Jesus will be the link. But as long as Negan doesn't know that they're going to have anything to do with each other, Hilltop would the kingdom would probably be safest for Daryl. I don't think Negan would come knocking there looking.
No.
And at Hilltop, the Hilltop, he doesn't even know Maggie's there,
Oh, that's
and that's
right.
another thing. What's he going to do if he finds out Maggie's alive?
She had a quick turnaround. I
She
like
did.
what they're doing with, and the man, they're gonna.
I love that she's wearing the hat, which I told you
Yeah.
I didn't even think about. She's wearing the hat because Glenn wore the hat up until he met her. Basically, from the time she smashed that egg on his head, sometime in that time frame in season 2,
Is smashing that egg on his head? Is that a metaphor for something?
No, she actually put an egg on his hat and smashed it on his head. Okay, there was some egg activities.
Yeah, there was, and
she's pregnant,
making pancakes with the Bisquick.
There you go. I guess she's wearing the hat kind of, but we saw that she visits Glenn. It's kind of heartbreaking. She visits Glenn's grave in the morning, and then goes on watch with a hat, So, but Maggie did have a quick turnaround. I think that she was already strong. I think this has made her much more steadfast.
This is pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, she's just like, okay, I can't be nice Maggie right now.
Yeah.
I've got to be. I
wonder if she
lead
thinks
these
she can't be nice Maggie anymore.
I think she will, but no, she was. I think she will be to the right people. Like in the comics, she punched Rick for not doing anything when Glenn died, even though she later knew that, it was nothing Rick could do. I mean, they're outnumbered, they're surrounded. I mean, and then if they were to move, they would just gotten more people killed. Daryl. So she later let it, but she was mad at him for a little bit because of that. And this, she was never mad at Rick, so they did it a little bit different in the show. So I think she will be nice Maggie to like Sasha, Enid, Rick, her people. But like Gregory is going to catch the wrath of Maggie soon.
I can't wait for him to die.
Oh, it's going to be glorious. If it's even kind of like the comics, it's going to be so glorious.
Sweet.
But so Daryl's smartest move would be to go to the kingdom, maybe because Jesus and Daryl have Jesus was with Daryl when he escaped, so maybe Jesus will be the one to say. Maybe that's even how they get introduced to the kingdom. Perhaps Jesus says it's not safe for you to go back to Alexandria. And the Hilltop, we get, checked all the time. I've got an idea of a place we can take you. And perhaps he takes him to the kingdom. Rick meet, what I'm saying? Maybe that's how they connect. Just a thought.
Yeah.
But so that would be Daryl's smartest move. But I do think that someone will die. Maybe that's why Sasha will die.
Oh, somebody will die on The Walking Dead? Stop it. No.
Maybe that's how Sasha or Heath. Maybe that's how Heath dies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they have Heath. Maybe they have Heath, and they bring Heath out, and he's like, "Tell us what Daryl is, or your man's gonna get it." And then they kill Heath. Or maybe that's why they'll capture Sasha, and then they'll. I don't know. Lots of possibilities right now, but perhaps Sasha and or Heath's death could be a result of Daryl leaving, which then would put Daryl. Which I don't blame him for leaving, but Daryl is kind of somewhat responsible for several deaths.
Yeah. The second half of this season is going to be rough.
Oh, it is. It's going to be. It's going to be the march to war, man. I mean, Daryl. The Team Rick is just done.
I hope they do a lot more like they did in the season finale, where they kind of don't concentrate on just one story for a whole episode. Like, give us a couple of different stories throughout the whole season.
Because I don't want to come back and be just at the kingdom the entire time. I do want to see more of Ezekiel. I want to see more of the kingdom. But I mean, like Daryl, I want to know, where's Daryl? What's Daryl doing? He's out now. How's Negan reacting to this? Don't make me wait 4 or 5 episodes to finally see Negan react to Daryl escaping. I want to see that. Like, I mean, that's a big moment. You know what I mean? It'd been like, bringing us back and not telling us who died until like episode 2 or 3. Which a lot of people were afraid they were going to do, but they didn't. And even though we knew who was going to die because spoilers were out months before it happened, it still was spectacularly done.
They spent so much money and energy trying to keep spoilers, and it's like, don't, because people are going to try it's just like a small child or like an adolescent kid. The more you tell them not to do something, the more they're going to try to do it. So, of course, people are going to be going left and right looking for and then they ordered a cease and desist on that one website and said they would sue them if they released their finding. It's like, well, why would you give them all of that publicity?
They're just going to leak that to someone else.
And since when? How can you sue them? How is that illegal just to tell people, hey, here's what happens in the show?
Right. So what do you think, listeners? Do you think that Daryl escaping is going to result in another death? How do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts. So tell us what you think Negan's going to do reaction.
Will Daryl ever get a taste for human food again?
Next time.
They show up and he's like eating a whole nice spread and everything, and he's got that piece of bread. Y'all got any dog food?
Y'all got any dog food?
That's a much better impression than mine. Y'all got any dog?
It's kind of like...
Y'all got any dog food? Is that a good one?
Y'all got any dog food?
Hey, y'all got dog food? Because I'm ready to eat it. I'm mighty hungry. Put it on some white bread with some butter. We ain't got any butter? That's all right.
Actually, you know what? I was wrong. I said... no, we've had 2 secondary characters die. I said, correcting myself from the beginning.
Chick from the...
You had Olivia.
Olivia, that's her name. I forget.
So far, we've had Glenn, Abraham, Olivia, and Spencer.
Yeah.
All dead.
Somebody else?
Was there another one?
I think that's as far as like main, like kind of
like our main,
right.
Our Alexandrian group. We'll say
it's going to be bad.
It's going to be rough. So, what do you think? How is Negan going to react? We want to hear it. Don't forget, every Monday we have a Walking Dead podcast. During the show's running, we talk about the episode by episode. While the show's off, we're just going to possibly do like a what if segment. Maybe like what if the governor and Negan were to face off? Who would win and why? What if Shane was still alive? How would Shane handle
We've
this
got
situation?
Some prizes to give out.
We've got prizes. We hit our 300 subscribers, which is awesome. We've got a prize to give away. Now we're going, this one will take a while, we know, but we're going for the big 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, you guys have no idea the awesome prize
stuff,
pack that
like
someone
the things
will
that we
win.
have right now are going to pale in comparison.
Oh, we're going to. I mean, it's going to be amazing. I mean, I'm talking. We will spend some money.
I'm going to get wasted
to reward. To just say thank you for making this such a fun experience.
But we do have a couple of prizes coming up.
Absolutely,
soon.
We're going to pick. If you're a subscriber already, you're qualifying. If you're not, hey, go ahead. We'll do it probably next week. We've been busy, but if you go ahead and get that subscribe in,
takes 3 clicks with the mouse or your thumb, whichever you're using.
All right, and then bam, you're in the runnings for some cool prizes. So let us know what you think in the comments. Yeah, man. So let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see you very soon.
Oh, I hope so.